I pretty much lived my whole life here in Rockland Valley as farmers with my dad and mom, and my grandparents actually homesteaded. Did all of our schooling here in the Rockland School. It's a little small school housing all the high school and the grade school and the elementary. And we enjoyed our schooling there and participated in all activities and sports. I went on to church mission in Australia, and that was a great experience. And then went to Brigham Young University, got my master's degree in agriculture and animal science. But the best thing I did there was I met my wife, Lori. She was going to school there, and she was a city girl, pretty city girl from Dallas, Texas. We got married and moved the city girl back to Rockland, and we raised 5 children here on the farm. And
I'm Lori Nelson, grew up in Dallas, Texas, but kind of opposite than living on a farm with very few people around on this many acres. But I knew that it would be a good way to raise a family, and that was what was most important to me, and a big family, because I had come from a large family. We got engaged at BYU, and we finished up there and came to the farm. And meanwhile, nowhere to live. His dad had built us a place here, started anyway, and we've remodeled probably 3 times and added on as our family grew. So we have 5 children and 16 grandchildren, and hoping for a few more. We've been married almost 50 years. It'll be 50 in September, and we have tried to build what we were given and increase and be good stewards. And we have wonderful children because of the farm, I feel, raising them here. Where Ron was involved in going to all their ball games, and they were working, the 3 boys worked with him on the farm. The girls certainly learned a lot about economics and being hard workers and being resilient.
it's changed quite a bit from when we started out. We did all flood irrigating, and that didn't really work in this area because it's so dry and hot in the summer. The flood irrigation just doesn't go across the fields. When my son Ryan came back to the farm to help us with his wife Amy, he brought some new ideas and some new enthusiasm. And the one thing he thought of is we need to go pivot irrigation and sprinkler systems, and so we converted over to that, and I feel like we've improved and are more productive now that way.
I actually moved to Utah for a long time, and it wasn't until my grandparents passed away that Dad started talking about maybe he should sell the farm and what should he do, and it just kind of ate at my soul, and I felt like I needed to come back and farm. Growing up on a farm's the best childhood I think anyone could ever have. You get to be outside all day. You get to spend time with your parents on the farm. I know Mom would always throw us roughhouse boys in the tractor with Dad when she got sick of us, and spend all day on the tractor with my dad, and you can't beat that. We're so far away from everybody else that it's just us. Our family is our best friends.
People don't realize what a farmer, like I said, even Ron has his masters. People don't realize these are such hardworking, intelligent, analytical. They have to figure out all the time what's happening next and how to keep it all going, and financially it's really a impressive business to be in.
My father and I actually built this shed when we first moved down here, and had the little children help us pour the concrete. And there were old houses all around here, and we tore them down and made a yard out of it.
And I do all the painting. I painted the playhouse and the chicken coop a year ago and ended up breaking my foot falling off the ladder, so no more painting. And your hay up there, he keeps all the haystacks and haystacks.
We feed the cattle back in that way. Ryan and Amy's house here, it's where I grew up, that they completely remodeled it. Work together as much as you can, include your wife in on the decisions that you make, and that's important, I think, and keep her involved in the operation and as much as you can. And the thing I like best about it is you get to be with your children more than a lot of people. You can take them with you on the tractor. I always took the kids on the tractor, and Lori'd come out and ride with me too on the tractor. So just do as much as you can together as a family, and it makes the life much more pleasant and sweet.